And I said, buddy, I said, they're in the name. I was in London just a couple of years ago, and I've told this story before. Our family, we were in a restaurant, and we came out of the restaurant, and there were two motorcycle cops that pulled up kind of right in front of us. We were right in, I think it's Piccadilly Square, and before we went into the restaurant, I heard a helicopter overhead, and I had heard earlier in the day that the king was in town, or he was coming into town. So I heard the helicopter overhead before we went into the restaurant. I thought, okay, maybe that's Overwatch. We come out. Sure enough, these two motorcycle cops come, pull up, and block the intersection. And I thought, oh, wow, hey, check it out. Maybe this is the King's Motorcade, and they're doing kind of advanced security or something like that. Let's stick around and see what happens. Well, I'll be darned if about 3 or 4 minutes later, around the corner comes this, I kid you not, Tomas, it was probably 10,000 people in a communist parade, talking about, chanting about immigration, say it loud, say it clear, refugees are welcome here, all with the communist fist pump. I've showed pictures of this at the REC meetings before, but just the chanting and, it was all incredible. There was a guy in the audience actually that was kind of working the crowd, so to speak, as the parade was moving along. I kind of saw this guy from a distance, and he was kind of paralleling the parade as it came down through the street. And you're in between buildings. Buildings are like this, so everything is like it's deafening, even with the loud, because they always get their loud bullhorns and all that. All
they
that
like
garbage.
to be loud.
And so I'm watching this guy. He's coming through the crowd, parallel with the parade, but not in the parade. He's just in the crowd on the sidewalk, and he's handing out the Workers' World newspaper. And he says, "Oh, you want one of these, newspapers?" And I look at it, and I said, "Oh, that's one of the communist newspapers." And he kind of snapped back, because I guess he didn't think anybody knew what he was doing. And he said, "Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, you're one of those people, and I guess you're going to tell me that Russia and China are communist." And I said, "Buddy," I said, they're in the name. They're in the name. Don't tell me that I should ignore my lying eyes, right? Don't tell me that. And so he kind of wanted to kind of get into a little bit of a heated discussion, and I said, you just need to get your prescription checked, because he was wearing glasses. And our son was actually standing behind me, and I'm about 5'10" probably now. Our son's 6'2", and he says, "Look, man, you don't want to get into an argument with my dad about communism." And he just kind of threw up his hands and kept on walking.